James and Max here. Today is March 6th, and Max is in Laos in a different town. And so, Max, I appreciate you being on the call today. And then a lot of stuff going on. Awesome call yesterday. So glad to see everybody like Leanne, Stephanie, Ted. I know some people couldn't make it. There's other names I think it was JJ. I'm missing some names. Patricia. There was a bunch of people on that call yesterday in the elite community. I love it. And one thing that was interesting to me from the elite conversation we had yesterday was specifically for Leanne, who gets paid monthly commissions. All Leanne did to get those commissions was she was showing up to free calls, the free Zoom meetings, and basically participating. And people were reaching out to her, and that's how she got those commissions. So I'm like, okay, we should probably have more free community Zooms where someone like a Leanne or someone like anyone of you in the elite community could be there and just show up, and then that could be a catalyst to you getting commissions to our elite community. So I'll have more of that. Also, we have Dean Graziosi. Huge name. If you don't know who he is, look him up. He's the guy that really basically got my career started. And I mean, I did stuff before I met him online, but he's really what took it to a next level where I had an infomercial with him many years ago. And I've been talking to his people for several months now. And that should happen on the 13th. A call with him where he gives a training to the community. Big deal. So make sure you're on that call. Do whatever you can to be on that call. It's a huge deal. Um, so yeah, that's what's on my mind. It's just really, the affiliate program going off, having that conversation with our elite members yesterday. We will now do, Max and I will have more. I don't know what that means. That's like twice a month, but we'll have more Zoom free calls because if that gives an opportunity for you to get more commissions, for that reason alone, it's worth it. So so that's going to happen because we want you guys to get more and more commissions. So as always, appreciate you guys in the elite community. That's what I have today, Max.
Yeah, guys, and sorry for not being able to attend these calls myself, but like the time difference, like 12 hours, for you, it's like 8:45 or 43 in the morning. For me, it's at night, and I usually always get up early. So for me, like 2:30, even midnight, that's something that I can't do. I've done that for like the school big reveal of the affiliate program. I stayed up until 1 and I was on that call. But when I get back home, I'll be able to also attend these calls again because this is one of the downsides. I'm always like, oh, James, like when we meet, like I'm already out of energy, my day is over and I need to be creative. I really like to travel around Asia, but like other continents like Europe, Africa would work too. The Middle East still works as well. America obviously works super well, but like in Asia, it's just like the time difference is so it's just huge. And I'm someone who gets up early, and also, I always talk about traveling full time and how amazing that is. It is amazing, but for me, after 7 weeks now, I'm kind of or six weeks, I'm kind of like, yeah, I'm really looking forward to have like a pretzel and some cheddar cheese. So things that I don't find here. So no,
One of those
um,
pineapples, Max. One of those German
yeah,
pineapples in the machines, right?
yeah, they're really good. They have these strange machines that James found somewhere on social media. I've never seen them.
Yeah, you can I don't want to get too into it, but like basically like you put a pineapple in a machine that does it all, but it's just so I'm thinking, somehow I saw something. So obviously Max is from Germany, and I'm always interested in trying to learn little things that he does, like with languages and stuff. Anyway, somehow on Facebook, it now knows that I somehow like it's like it thinks I'm super interested in Germany because I clicked on something one time about Max. So I get sent German videos every single day. Like that's half my feed is like, and it's not just German videos, not German videos in German. It's like Americans that are German. So it's like this is what it's like in America. This like it somehow knows like there's this guy in America that's like into Germany. And so it's always showing me German stuff. And so I constantly, so like Max obviously knows everything about Germany. So it's like, did you know this, Max, about Germany? He's like, yes, I know about that. Like, this word. And then it's like, what's the deal with the pineapples? And then Max says, well, that's not, you know what I mean? It's like if you said something about America, well, something in Hawaii is very different than in Alaska and very different than like Las Vegas. But I'm like, I want to go see one of these pineapple machines. And Max is like, I've never seen that myself. So anyway, so we have these weird conversations, and I appreciate you, Max, because I talk to you about business, but the other half of the time it's questions about Germany and hockey. And it's like, after a while he's like, okay, we've talked enough about Germany, we've talked enough about hockey for the day. But that's part of the fun. That's part of the fun of being in the internet marketer. But guys, super, super exciting. That's the thing. Have some fun with it. A lot of times I talk about kind of serious things. I talk about like, dealing with payment things and whatnot. And ultimately it's about getting you guys results. But at the same time, in the end, you want to have some fun. You want to have some smiles. It's not always about being serious. And I should listen to my own advice because I'm usually very serious about this kind of stuff. But have some fun, have some fun with it. Don't just be like always, nose to the grind, because that can get hard once in a while. Anyway, Max, I didn't want to take away from what you were saying. Just I'll hand it back to
Yeah,
you.
yeah, and so the only reason why I brought this up, like, about like looking forward to, going back home because of the time difference, food and stuff, this is not to sound like, negative or like, oh yeah, he doesn't appreciate what he's doing. Da, da, da. This is, I actually really appreciate it, and I really like that it is the way it is, that I'm like feeling like, oh yeah, it's time for me to go back home because I want my food again, because I can't do that. I can't just be like, okay, so I've been here for long enough, and I'm just gonna go back home, and then I'm gonna spend some time there, and then maybe in like 3 weeks later, I might be like, okay, I really need to go somewhere else again, and then I just do it, because it's just that like laptop that has like, yeah, that 1 kilo laptop and my phone and a SIM card, like now a Lao SIM card from Laos. That's all I need, and then I can really do this, or you guys can do this from no matter where you are. Like in, I would say 192 out of 100, those 197 countries on this planet, you can work online. You can do whatever you want to do. In most countries, the internet is actually better than in Europe, in Germany, because it's miserable there. So this works from anywhere in the world, and you can really live life on your own terms. That's what everyone says. But if you build your own online business, it's you who decides what's going to be done that day. Like when you wake up in the morning, you decide when you want to have breakfast, when you want to do work, when you want to do sightseeing, when you want to sleep again, if you want to have a nap. Like it's all up to you. In a normal 9 to 5, you show up at 8, you leave at 5, and then, or 9 to 5, like at 9 and 5, and then if you don't show up one day because you're simply not feeling like it, you need to, you know have a reason. And I really like this online thing because I do whatever I want, and that's why I will never stop. And that's why I highly recommend anyone out there to do the same, because it's like total freedom. Obviously, I'm not just, chilling all day long, relaxing all day long. I'm working too, but I work whenever I want, on whatever I want. And if I have an idea, I present it to James. Is because I just, it just came to me like boom. And then sometimes James likes the idea, sometimes he doesn't, but there is no boss behind me who's like giving me a lot of pressure and who's like, oh, you need to present me a new idea and you have like 10 minutes to do so, and like da, da, da. It's so, is way more relaxed, and you can do whatever you want, and you can go wherever you want, whenever you want, and that's just amazing. And that's why I said, oh, for me now, I feel like, yeah, I can go back home again because I've somehow had enough. And but that's amazing. That's not negative. That's super positive that I can do that. And yeah, that's just why I brought this up.
Yeah, absolutely. So, that's a big deal, the mindset behind it. And it's tangible. You're literally doing it. So he's not just saying it. You see him in these different countries, you see him in these different places. So it's really, really cool, guys. A lot happening. And again, run with it. Run with the affiliate program, the new affiliate program. If you have questions, let me know. There's some great questions on the call yesterday, and we'll keep pushing it. But one of the things that I got from that call yesterday, um, was let's do more in the free community. We part part of me, it's like we need to do more in the paid community, which is why we had that call, but we would need to do more in the free community for our elite members. And so we'll see how that goes. So more to come, guys. We'll see you on the next video.